Core competencies are among the most important concepts in strategic management because they explain how organizations create and sustain competitive advantage over long periods of time. While resources and assets are important, it is often the organization's unique combination of knowledge, skills, technologies, processes, and capabilities that enable superior performance. These integrated capabilities are known as core competencies. Within the global MBA curriculum, core competencies represent a crucial link between the resource-based view, RBV, competitive advantage, strategic positioning, and business model development. Organizations that understand and leverage their core competencies are better positioned to create customer value, enter new markets, innovate successfully, and sustain competitive advantages despite changing environmental conditions. The concept is widely emphasized in leading MBA programs because it helps executives identify what their organizations do exceptionally well and how those strengths can be leveraged strategically. In today's knowledge-driven economy, where intangible assets frequently represent the majority of enterprise value, understanding core competencies has become a critical executive skill. Organizations rarely succeed because they possess more resources than competitors. They succeed because they use their resources more effectively through distinctive competencies that competitors struggle to replicate. 2. Defining core competencies. The concept of core competencies was introduced by C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hamel in their influential article The Core Competence of the Corporation. They defined core competencies as the collective learning, knowledge, technologies, and capabilities that enable an organization to coordinate diverse skills and create superior customer value. Core competencies are not individual products, technologies, or business units. Instead, they are organizational capabilities, integrated knowledge system, strategic strength, sources of value creation. Core competencies serve as the foundation for competitive advantage and long-term organizational success. 3. Characteristics of core competencies. Not every capability qualifies as a core competency. Prahlad and Hamel proposed 3 primary criteria. Customer value. The competency must contribute significantly to customer benefits. Customers should perceive meaningful value resulting from the competency. Example: superior product design creates enhanced customer experiences and satisfaction. Competitive uniqueness. The competency should differentiate the organization from competitors. If competitors possess the same capability, competitive advantage is reduced. Example: a unique innovation culture can distinguish one technology company from another. Extendability. The competency should support multiple products, services, or markets. Core competencies often enable growth and diversification. Example: engineering expertise may support numerous product categories and business opportunities. Organizations possessing competencies that satisfy all 3 criteria are more likely to achieve sustainable competitive advantage. 4. Core competencies versus resources. Core competencies are closely related to resources but are not identical. Resources. Core competencies. Assets owned by the organization. Capabilities developed by the organization. Tangible or intangible. Usually intangible. Can often be purchased. Must typically be developed. Easier to imitate. More difficult to imitate. Individual assets. Integrated capabilities. Example: a factory is a resource. The ability to consistently produce high-quality products at low cost is a competency. A customer database is a resource. The ability to analyze customer data and create personalized experiences is a competency. Strategic leaders focus on transforming resources into competencies that create sustainable value. 5. Types of core competencies. Organizations develop different types of competencies depending on their industries, strategies, and business models. Operational excellence. Superior efficiency, productivity, and process management. Example: Toyota Motor Corporation developed world-class operational excellence through the Toyota production system. Benefits include lower costs, higher quality, faster production, continuous improvement. Innovation capability. The ability to develop new products, technologies, and solutions. Example: Apple Incorporated consistently leverages innovation capabilities to create new products and customer experiences. Innovation competencies support long-term growth and differentiation. Customer relationship management. Deep understanding of customer needs and behaviors. Example: Amazon.com, Inc. excels at customer centricity, personalization, and service quality. Strong customer competencies enhance loyalty and retention. Brand management. Building and maintaining strong brand equity. Example: the Coca-Cola Company benefits from global brand recognition developed over decades. Brand competencies create trust, loyalty, and pricing power. Technological expertise. Advanced technical knowledge and capabilities. Example: NVIDIA Corporation possesses world-class competencies in graphics processing, semiconductors, and artificial intelligence technologies. 6. Core competencies and the resource-based view. Core competencies are a central component of the resource-based view, RBV. RBV argues that sustainable competitive advantage originates from valuable organizational resources and capabilities. Core competencies often satisfy the criteria of the VRIO framework. Valuable. Create customer value and improve performance. Rare. Not widely possessed by competitors. Inimitable. Difficult to copy or substitute. Organized. Supported by organizational systems and structures. Example: Microsoft Corporation combines software expertise, cloud capabilities, AI research, and enterprise relationships into competencies that satisfy VRIO criteria. These competencies contribute to sustained competitive advantage.
7. Core competencies and strategic growth. One of the most important benefits of core competencies is their ability to support organizational growth. Core competencies enable firms to enter new markets, leverage existing strengths in new industries, develop new products, apply capabilities to innovation opportunities, expand globally, transfer competencies across geographic markets, build new business models, create additional value streams. Example: Amazon.com, Inc. leveraged competencies in technology infrastructure and data management to expand from online retail into cloud computing through Amazon Web Services. The same core competency created opportunities across multiple industries. 8. Competency mapping. Strategic leaders often use competency mapping to identify organizational strengths. The process involves identifying key capabilities. What does the organization do exceptionally well? Assessing strategic importance. Which capabilities create competitive advantage? Evaluating competitor capabilities. How do competitors compare? Prioritizing development. Which competencies should receive future investment? Competency mapping helps align strategic priorities with organizational strengths. 9. Developing core competencies. Core competencies rarely emerge by accident. They are developed through deliberate investment and learning. Key development approaches include talent development, building employee knowledge and expertise, organizational learning, capturing and sharing knowledge, research and development, creating technological capabilities, process improvement, enhancing operational effectiveness, strategic partnerships, acquiring complementary knowledge and skills. Organizations that invest consistently in capability development strengthen long-term competitiveness. 10. Core competencies and innovation. Innovation often emerges from strong competencies. Organizations with established competencies can identify opportunities, faster develop solutions, more effectively commercialize innovations successfully. Example: Tesla Incorporated combines competencies in battery technology, software integration, engineering, and manufacturing to support continuous innovation. Competencies create a platform for future innovation and growth. 11. Dynamic capabilities and competency renewal. In rapidly changing environments, competencies must evolve. Dynamic capabilities refer to the ability to sense opportunities, recognize market changes, seize opportunities, allocate resources effectively, transform competencies. Adapt capabilities to new conditions. Example: Netflix incorporated continuously renewed competencies as it evolved from DVD rentals to streaming and content production. Organizations that fail to renew competencies often experience strategic decline. 12. Challenges in managing core competencies. Although powerful, competencies create several managerial challenges. Competency rigidity. Organizations become overly dependent on existing strengths. Example: companies may resist innovation because existing competencies appear successful. Obsolescence. Technological change may reduce competency relevance. Knowledge loss. Employee turnover can weaken competencies. Resource constraints. Competency development requires significant investment. Strategic leaders must balance competency exploitation with renewal and innovation. 13. Core competencies in the digital economy. Digital transformation has changed the nature of core competencies. Modern competencies increasingly include data analytics, transforming information into insights, artificial intelligence, leveraging machine learning capabilities, platform management, building digital ecosystems, cybersecurity, protecting digital assets, digital innovation, developing technology-driven solutions. Organizations that master digital competencies often gain significant competitive advantages. 14. Core competencies and enterprise value creation. The ultimate purpose of core competencies is enterprise value creation. Strong competencies enable organizations to improve profitability, enhance customer value, accelerate innovation, support strategic growth, strengthen competitive advantage, increase shareholder returns. The Global MBA program emphasizes that core competencies represent the strategic foundation of long-term organizational success. By identifying, developing, leveraging, and renewing unique organizational capabilities, leaders can create sustainable competitive advantages that drive superior performance and enterprise value creation in increasingly dynamic global markets. Key takeaways. 1. Core competencies are integrated organizational capabilities that create customer value and competitive advantage. 2. The concept was developed by C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hamel. 3. Effective competencies create customer value, competitive uniqueness, and growth opportunities. 4. Competencies differ from resources because they represent capabilities rather than assets. 5. Common competencies include innovation, operational excellence, customer management, branding, and technology expertise. 6. Core competencies often satisfy the VRIO criteria of value, rarity, inimitability, and organizational support. 7. Competencies enable market expansion, innovation, and strategic growth. 8. Organizations develop competencies through learning, talent development, R&D, and process improvement. 9. Dynamic capabilities support competency renewal in changing environments. 10. Sustainable enterprise value creation depends on continuously strengthening and adapting core competencies to meet future opportunities and challenges.